see the letter.
Oh, the letter.
To who it may concern. As of today, squatters have moved into this property, ×2.
We had a crisis meeting, didn't we, with our business partner, where we all said like what we were going to do next. To be totally honest, I'm terrified.
Welcome back to Property Couple, everybody. My name is AK.
I'm Leah, and this is our channel where we document property, investing, business, and working together as a couple. So if you haven't already seen on episode 1 of this squatting series, I don't know why that sounds so positive, it's tragic. We actually discovered on the 16th of January 2023 that we have squatters in our property. It's now the 23rd of January and it's been 7 days. So
I mean, it's all kicking off basically.
So one of the things that came from the crisis meeting we had with our business partner was to contact the police and to contact solicitors for advice and landlord's advice helpline as well. I started off with that straight away, and the only way I could gauge interest from the police to go to the property and have a look and see what's going on is if I could basically say that there's a criminal matter going on here, because just a reminder of the facts, squatting is a civil matter, not a criminal matter. So there's nothing the police can do. It's different if it's residential, which you will have heard all about in episode 1. If you haven't already watched that, then click on the cards and watch that first.
Can I just say, the way you're handling this situation is phenomenal.
I just dropped everything. Not to be like, oh my gosh, it was serious.
Absolutely just like took charge. Like now we're looking at £10,000.
Yeah, let me show you the email from the solicitor. So there's 2 different solicitors. Here's a quote on just an initial cost to get going on the work. So 7,000 plus VAT plus court fees. This is all to just get going immediately and start removing the squatters by issuing an IPO, which is an interim possession order. And this is only something you can do if you're within the 28 days of discovering that they're there. So this is the best option so far, the best and only option, because you can't use force to remove these people. You can't just walk into your property, open the door with the keys and say, get out. That's not an option. You then become the criminal. This is the UK. Welcome to the UK. I call up the police, and I know from my reading that the police are only interested if it's criminal. So I said, look, they've left me a phone number 7 days ago. How are they charging up their phone to receive a phone call from me? This is theft of my utilities, because I believe that these people have gone into my house, used my electricity, using my water to wash, using, you know what I mean? Because they said to me, if we can prove that they're charging their phones or using my utilities without my consent, then that is a crime, and that's enough to remove them as well. So hopefully they can look for some evidence then. I said to them, they've left me a phone number. I've reason to believe they're using my electricity to charge up their phone. So they were like, okay, I'm going to speak to my superior and I'm going to come back to you. You stand by for updates. Can you come down to the property if we do go there? And I said, I'm quite a few hours away, but I can call the previous owner, who's lovely.
And I've given the police code for the front door so that they don't have to break the thing for to get in.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you, Ali. He could even let them in using like a key code to a digital door and let them in like that. So I was standing by. So I put the phone down. My phone rings and it's the police. It's an unknown number. I pick up and he said, hi, we're outside the property. And then they said, look, do you give us permission to force entry? And I said, yep, I give you permission to do that. And he said, okay, we're gonna go and force entry now and we'll call you back with any findings, because he couldn't really stay on the phone to me and go do that. I am panicking. At this point, I'm like, what are they gonna find? I'm not there, you're not there. Everything's going through my mind, like, why the hell did we buy this property up north? Like, we're so far away from it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you see why I was having all of these thoughts?
Like all these thoughts are going on, and I'm like, yeah, but
it's all negative.
You're dealing with the situation right now as we speak. Like,
yeah,
just concentrate on that. Like, like everything else is irrelevant. Right now.
I then get another phone call from the police with the findings, and this is how that went.
We've kicked the door in, it's not damaged at all, which is probably how they're able to keep coming and going as they please. There is a telly on downstairs.
Oh my God.
And a single mattress. There's also a lot of food in the kitchen, and there's food in the freezer that's outside.
So they're just using my electricity, water.
Basically, yes.
Where does that leave me then?
We can record the offence of abstract electricity. I will have a chat with our supervision about whether they would authorise CSI to come. But that'll be down for my supervision, really.
I remember like in his office there was like phones and stuff. Not phones, but like landline.
There's one landline,
yeah,
which I think they've been using that as well because the actual phone is next to the bed.
Oh, right. The phone is next to the bed.
There's a lot of fresh food here. However, there is no damage that I can see. Very strangely, it's very tidy.
Do you see any animals, like it says on the note?
Nothing suggests there's any animals here.
That's weird. Why would they write that? Okay. So would you say my next step is call my builder, try and see if I can get it boarded up ASAP today before they get back?
Yes.
Like ASAP?
There are 2 padlocks, one on the sort of the front and back gate.
Yeah.
The small silver padlocks. I don't know if they're yours.
I was saying to Ali on the phone, previous owner, I was like, are they the locks that you left me, that I have the keys to? And he's like, no, they're new. They're shiny.
They look brand new, yeah.
Yeah, so they're not mine. They've been changed, so I don't know how they broke those padlocks off and changed them.
The bolt croppers type thing.
So is there any crime in them breaking the padlocks and then putting their own and then going through the wooden doors, kicking the wooden doors?
You see, we can't prove we've kicked the wooden doors. All I can say is we've kicked it and it's caused no damage, so it would be very easy for anybody to do. It was one kick and it was through. I'm making an assumption that that's how they're coming and going as they please, but there's nothing to say that's exactly how they've done it.
They said they've gone through a window on their letter. There's no windows open.
Right-hand window that's really tiny, the side one, that is as open, well, it's insecure. You'd be hard pressed to get through that. It'll come down to if we can get anything to suggest who's actually here. But yeah, so that's sort of the state of play at the minute. So for you, I think it's best to contact your builder, see if you can get those doors boarded or something done with them. And if you then come and secure it and they can't get back in, then they're not squatting anymore, are they, officially?
All right.
Thanks for your time,
Cheers.
mate.
Thanks so much for your time.
Cheers.
Speak to you in a bit.
My
Cheers.
pleasure.
Bye. Cheers. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye. So you can imagine how crazy everything that unfolded in that phone call was. Mad, because I was like, they got a mattress, they got food there, they've kept the place tidy. That bit really made me laugh.
Yeah, I think the bit that made me laugh as well was when I think the policeman said, yeah, the phone is by the bed.
Yeah, the phone by the bed.
Why it made me laugh was because it just was like, it's like a hotel. And it's like, sorry, room service?
It was just...
But what that's showing is definitely theft of utilities.
I was honest, I couldn't be more happy to hear about theft, because suddenly now this is like a criminal matter. The police have got reason to spend time on this and help us, because theft of like utilities and stuff is a crime, whereas like them living there or going through an open window is not a crime. So he's going to me, okay, they're not here right now, and from my reading that is rare, because squatters never all leave the property at the same time, because they could get locked out, and by that I mean the owners could come in, change the locks, and boom, like there's no crime committed.
Just on the topic of locks, what did the policeman say to you?
Yes, so he said to me, there's some shiny new padlocks here, and Ali, the previous owner, told me as well, have you changed the padlocks? And I was like, no, they're not my padlocks. We've not changed the locks since we bought it from the previous owner. So this squatter has also used bolt clippers to break the lock. Like, he's used something, because the policeman said on the phone, like, he's probably used those to break the locks, and he's replaced it for his own shiny ones, and that's how he's coming and going and kicking that door in.
We don't know yet.
So the policeman told me that you could just kick the doors and they close like that and the lock doesn't break. So we think that's how he got his mattress in, his air fryer, his food, his stuff.
Yeah.
Interestingly, the police also said it only really looks like there's one of them here with a mattress. Don't know if anyone else is in sleeping bags in other rooms.
You're on the phone to him now.
Yeah, and he's like going round telling me this stuff. So he's almost saying, like, not off the record, but he's saying, if you can get down here now and secure this property and like screw down every door, it's going to be very hard for the squatter to get back in. And then obviously I'm not going to need to spend $7,000 plus VAT plus court fees to get them out. So
and it's legal.
And this is, we're not breaking the law by doing this. So the fact that everyone's out was like a godsend. I know that this is a strange term to use.
Well, there's an opportunity for us to be able to secure the property.
Yeah.
However, we live 2.5 hours away.
Yeah, so we're calling around. We're calling our build team who are on another job, not our builder, but for the sake of this video, we'll call it our builder. And we're saying, like, can you drop everything and go to the property and just take some stuff from the job you're on and just secure it, like board everything up.
Because basically James and Wayne are going to go across there sort of about 11:30ish. I've asked him to take some long screws and screw the doors shut from the inside and from the outside. He's going to take some timber and try and sort of barricade the doors as well as he can. And then he'll probably have to pop back later with some padlocks, because I just want to get him across there to secure the doors first, rather than wasting time going to pick up padlocks from somewhere.
And they're saying, okay, we can get down there for like 40 minutes. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, 40 minutes. Like, the guy's going to come home, 40 minutes, I'm going to miss the opportunity. So I'm saying to the police, I'm calling them back saying, can you just wait at the property for 40 minutes, 30, 40 minutes? Because if the guy comes back, then like you could arrest him for the theft of the utilities, and then my guys can get there and secure it. I'm actually pro now at talking to the police. It's ridiculous.
Good morning. Thank you for calling Humberside Police. Your inquiry as quickly as possible.
Come on, cops, pick up. This is just something I never thought I would be experiencing. I never thought I'd have to deal with this. Hello?
Hello, Humberside Police. How can I help?
I just had a phone call from someone, I can't remember his name, he's on site there now, and he said he could stick around for a little while if I could ASAP send my builder there to try and secure the property and bolt it up. My builder can be there at 11:30, but doesn't feel comfortable being there alone, so I wondered if the police could hang around for just half an hour, please. It's basically just to see if you could call him on site, the guy who just called me, and say, can you please stay there for half an hour until my builders get there.
I can add to the log and we'll put it over the airwaves, but I can't guarantee that an officer will be able to stay on the basis that they might get diverted to another call there.
Okay,
yeah?
cheers.
Right.
Thank you very much. Bye. Bye. They said we can't guarantee that someone will wait there because they'll get they get phone calls all the time with other emergencies or things they have to go and do. There's a job. I was like, okay, understandable, they can't wait around, but also property's now unsecure, I know the situation, and the builder's 40 minutes away.
So tense. It's like, you know what it's like?
Go on.
It's like transfer deadline day.
Transfer deadline day in football, yeah.
Is the deal going to happen?
Is it not going to happen?
Is it going to get over the line?
Oh my gosh. So you can imagine the next 30, 40 minutes were the most tense, I was going to say, of 2023. We've only been in 2023 for 5 minutes,
yeah.
And already my heart rate is like, I was looking at my Apple Watch through the roof. Also, the reason why it was tense is because our builder said he didn't feel comfortable going there on his own because he didn't know what he could run into. He could be there alone and these people could come back and there'd be more of them than him.
Yeah.
So he's calling round to find someone to go with him. We're panicking because we're 3 hours away and the police won't wait around. And we're also stressed because if the squatter does come back, this opportunity is wasted. And lastly, the reminder of just how expensive it is to do this through the lawyers.
So basically, within this 40-minute window, we're now thinking, if the squatter comes back, or squatters come back, then
we're screwed.
We might be in for like a 10,000 plus bill. The builder doesn't want to go on his own. He needs to find someone else. He needs to find materials. Like, like it's such a small space of time. The police don't want to stay there.
Oh, it's just nuts. I can't believe this is mad.
Thank you for calling. We will answer your call shortly.
Hurry up. Oh my god. How did they get the mattress in? What a Tuesday. What is this, man? Speaking about this with each other and with our business partner, we all seem to think that because he's been there since the 16th of January, unbothered, no one's knocked on his door, we think that he's left comfortably and he's coming and going from his little holiday inn, Hatzakis. We're going, right, okay, this opportunity, he's obviously comfortable, he's leaving, coming, going, right. So that's where we're up to in the story at this point.
Join us in the next video to find out if we manage to secure the property before the squatter returns.
See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.